Good morning, DC Ranch golfers. This is Dick Highland, and we are on Wednesday, December the 20th. Yes, but 5 days before Santa Claus comes to town on the 25th. And I should also say immediately, we hope that everyone has a happy holiday, a very blessed holiday, and a time for you to spend with your family and friends. We're going to talk today with Fidan, who's doing the video, about a couple different things. We're going to go a couple different places. And the reason I'm in the office is because I'm not a cold weather guy. And it's probably about 55 to 60 outside. So we elected to just speak to you today from my office about a couple different topics. First, we had the Parent Junior Championship on the Horseshoe, which is the 9-hole course out on the practice park. And we should recognize those who won their specific flights. So in the Woods flight with juniors 9 and under, it looks like our best score goes to Brooks Nasserman and Bruce Goldstein with a fine score of 27, followed by Harley Ross and Cody Ross. They had a 28, and then Hoyt and Mandy Backus were third with a 29. And as we move on to the layman flight, 10 and over, our championship team was Madeline Liddell and Rod Badgett with a 27, with a 30, Ander Holkren and Hub Holkren, nice playing, and then 31, Claire DeCossin and Brad DeCossin. So the one thing that we do know, when I did a head count on Sunday afternoon on the Horseshoe, we had 46 people out there. So people are catching on that on Sunday afternoons. The Horseshoe is open about 2:30 after we clean up the range as best we can. And people walk and they carry a little itty bitty Sunday bag, as we used to know them, that you can get from the guys outside. And you walk and you play and you have fun with your family and friends, and it's really been a great addition to the club. Another thing, we are members of the Arizona Alliance for Golf, and we joined there in September. And what I'm going to encourage you to do, and you can call me on this, but if you log on to info@azallianceforgolf.org, it talks to all the topics that the Alliance is working on right now. And here is what they sent me just the other day. And it talks about a lot of agronomy stuff, certainly a lot of water information, because as you know, that is a hot topic as we go into the years into 2026 and we go to a new irrigation system. And without going into the detail, I found this to be very, very influential reading. You might be saying, okay, what's up next? Well, we're having a little struggle with our practice areas and how people practice. So I've used these colored balls just to get your attention. And so let's say that your target is up where I am sitting. And then this is the first ball that you hit. And we want every ball that you hit after that to be in a straight line going backwards. What we don't want to see happen is this. You're hitting balls from everywhere, and it's just a mess, and the turf doesn't repair itself. As you can see, we've taken up a pretty wide swath this way, but if we do it like the tour players do, one behind the other, behind the other, behind the other, we will preserve turf, so we will have good practice turf for everybody to hit off of. As you can see, this takes up much less turf than the way that I just showed you. So if you can keep that in mind, that would be great. I'm also asked once again to talk about our Pride of membership as it relates to agronomy, and that means we've got to do a better job, folks. You can't imagine what I walked through and around and saw the other day with footprints everywhere in a bunker, and there was a rake right near it. I mean, that's uncalled for. Out of respect to the other members and our planning services, we need to make sure that we rake the bunker smoothly, place the rake outside the bunker, parallel with the line of play, and then when we fix our ball marks, the greens are very good right now, so you don't see many of them, but we want to take the divot tool and pinch the turf to the center, take your putter head and tap it down so that it's flat. Second to last, but not least, would be when you fill in your divots with the sand and seed, please tap it down so that it is a flat surface as best you can get it, so a ball will not come to rest on the mound. It'll roll right through it. And most importantly is our pace of play. Everybody says they want to be called a fast player, and if that's the case around here, then we need to play in under 4 hours. The adage of keeping up in front of the people behind you, that's not really going to get it. It's keeping up with the people in front of you, and just really get going and learn how to play faster golf. If you'd like to ask me to do a segment on how to play faster, I can do that. I did one for Golf Week magazine many years ago. I'd be glad to bring it out of my bookcase, and let's see what we can do to get it to be something that'll really help you play faster golf. I think that's really important for any club. Also, we're approaching the busiest months of the season, which are now through about mid-May, when all of our championships take place. To go over some of the majors and some of the important ones, we have a ladies' one-day member guest called the Steeplechase on Monday, January the 29th. We have our couples Valentine's Day Scramble on Sunday, February 18th, and the couples Shamrock Scramble on Sunday, March 17th. The ladies' member guest, Desert Diamond Classic, March 18 to 21. And with the guys, we have their one-day member guest called the Quick Draw on the 25th of March. The men's roundup, our first member guest of the season, is April 18 to 20, and the Stampede is May 2nd to 4th. So keep an eye on 4Ts for activities and events coming up. Like I say, we're in the height of the season. We want to really enjoy it with our family and our friends. And so now we're going to go over into the new area of our golf complex and have some of the guys show you how we would put some grips on to check some lies. These are all important for you to be a better player, because if your grips are too slippery, that's not very good. If your lie is not very good on your clubs and you start hitting errant shots, and I'll give you a little cheat sheet for what Hank's going to talk to you about. You can see here as I place the club down, and Fadon, if you can go right over the top. Okay, right, there's one, the ball's going to go to the left. There's another one, the ball's going to go to the right, and we want the ball to come right off the center of the face, right down on the bottom 2 grooves, and the club should always be swinging down into the hitting area so the ball goes up. We never want to see the club going up at impact. That's when your ball's going to go down. So let's go over and see what Hank's got for us. Okay, folks, we snuck out of the office. The sun's coming out. It's going to be a great day. And here we are with Hank Rutschel, one of our golf professionals. And Hank's, among many other responsibilities, is responsible for the brand new club repair, club fitting center that we've got over here. And we put this up here because we needed the original club repair room downstairs for bag storage. So we're here to have Hank, and he's going to go through quickly some of the stations that we've got in here, which are very easy to use. It can get equipment repaired fast. And so, Hank, let's talk about this. So we're fortunate that we were able to get brand new equipment in just this last week. So now it's time for us to talk about it. And Fadon, if you can just view right through the room. So we've got grips and shafts, and we've got Hank's going to start with this basic elementary thing. So Hank's going to put a new grip on a club.
Okay, so real quick, 3 really important stations in the new room. We have a loft and lie machine for the putters. We have a regripping station, and then we have loft and lie for all your irons and drivers and fairways and hybrids. But what's really nice is it's super convenient for us. Everything's in this room. Any grip you could possibly think of. And just to show the members what we do, this is the regripping station. Very easy to throw in the jig, pull the grip off, throw it away, pull some tape out, measure it.
So the player in this case wants a double wrap, so that's what Hank's doing right now.
I'm going to throw an extra layer of tape on there. Make sure it sticks. Get some solvent.
And the solvent makes it really easy for Hank to slide the grip on.
And it also activates the glue and the tape that will eventually make sure that the grip doesn't come off. Quick and easy, like so. And just like that.
You're gonna line it up so that it's on there nice and straight.
We're done. New grip.
All right, there you go.
So that's the gripping station. And then if you just turn around here real quick, put on, I've got a putter set up here to the jig. I'm not gonna bend any of these clubs, but bring your putters in, bring your irons in. We can check lofts and lies. It's very simple. We just put in the jig, tighten it up, pull the measuring device close to it. We can adjust loft, lie, length. We can throw new grips on putters as well. And it's kind of the same setup for our irons over here. Just very quickly, throw it into the jig.
And so if a player says to Hank, I think that I need to get my irons checked from a loft and lie perspective, and Hank, I think that my irons are too upright, he's gonna bend it one way.
Sure.
And if it's too flat, he's gonna bend it another way, because as we said in the office, the most important thing is that the player hits the ball off the center of the face.
Sure. Quick and easy adjustments, and we'll get you dialed in for the season.
So if you've got any questions, find Hank, find Justin, find Jaron. These are the guys that are responsible for making this stuff happen. You can see it doesn't take a long time. We do need appointments, and so if you please be considerate enough to give the guys a call, set up an appointment. They can put new grips on your clubs. They can bend them so that they are ready for you when you go out to play the tour.
That's good.
Lastly, now that the sun is out and it's shining and it's going to be up about 65 now, we can play golf. But more importantly than all the golf that we can play, please, again, as I said earlier, enjoy the holidays with your family and your friends. You never get to repeat the day that you missed, so have some fun. We'll see you after on the 26th.